Hi everyone. I'm very excited to tell you guys that today I'm interviewing Andrew Napier. Now I feel like I've got a very close connection with Andrew because he's the person that introduced me to amazing online marketing strategies. And he is the reason why I geek out about these things. Well, I've always had a passion for online marketing, but he's definitely helped me to take it to the next level. So I want to introduce Andrew today to you guys. He's got his own company, very successful. He's got a six-figure earner. He's a six-figure earner. And he's been an entrepreneur probably for around 3 years now. So he's going to share his journey with us. So I'm very excited to have him on my show today. So please tune in and have fun with us. He's got some really, really great advice for new entrepreneurs out there. And even if you're already an entrepreneur, he's got some really good advice for, to become more successful. So please join us today, guys. It's going to be a really great episode. Are you thinking of becoming an entrepreneur, but you're not exactly sure if that is for you? Or you have tried a few times, but you have failed? Or maybe you are currently on your journey, but you're not exactly sure you're taking the right path and if you're doing the right things? Follow along on this podcast where I will be sharing my entrepreneurial journey with you all. I will be sharing my successes, my failures, and also my challenges. The best part is I will also be interviewing fellow entrepreneurs that will be sharing their stories and their successes. This is my podcast, Entrepreneurial Journey, and I am Joy Nicholson. Hi, everyone. As you guys know, I've started this podcast to introduce my entrepreneurial journey with all of you. And I thought, what better way to add to that than to interview other entrepreneurs that is also on this journey. And today I've got Andrew Napier. He's got his own business, Napier Solutions, and he is a well-established entrepreneur making 6 figures a year. And today he's going to share his journey with us. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, guys. How's everybody's day? How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm just fine. Just loving life, enjoying another beautiful day here on planet Earth, and just loving working away.
That's awesome. I love your background. That sounds really, really cool. I love it. It's awesome.
Yep, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Great. So tell people a little bit about you. Where did you grow up and where you originally from?
Well, I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio in the United States, and I've been born and raised here in Cincinnati, Ohio. And that's basically where I stay and reside still currently to this day.
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. And so what is your hobbies? Like, what would you do apart from being an entrepreneur, because that's a hobby on its own?
Right.
What do you do for fun?
Well, before I was an entrepreneur, I used to be an auto mechanic. So I turned kind of like that skill set that I had as a day job, I turned it into a hobby. So I kind of like build race cars, tune cars, and like just miscellaneous, like working on engines and like doing all type of tinkering and stuff like that. That's kind of like one of my main hobbies. Outside of that, like boating and stuff like that, but them are about the only hobbies that I have is boating and like tinkering with engines and entrepreneurship.
That's awesome. That sounds like so much fun. Do you have any projects at the moment that you're working on?
Currently I'm working on a couple of things. I have a digital course coming out, and then I'm also working on like car related, hobby related stuff. I'm actually building an old 71 truck, and I'm building it from the ground up. And it's been a insane journey because finding all the parts for a car that old, I literally have to travel across the country and grab a part here, grab a part here. So it's just been amazing. And I've just been able to travel everywhere and put all this stuff together. But them remain the two main things that I got coming out and that I've been working on here lately. So
that's awesome. That sounds so fun. I really need to see pictures of that. I think that's going to be really, really cool.
Oh yeah.
Have you always wanted to be an entrepreneur, or is it something that you just decided when you grew up, or did you come from a family of entrepreneurs? How did you start your journey? What was that one thing that made you decide that you want to be an entrepreneur?
Well, honestly, I kind of backtracked. So when I was working a day job as like a mechanic, I was in the automotive field. So I was buying and selling cars. I was working on cars. I was flipping cars. And at the time, I didn't think that that was an entrepreneurship thing, like selling cars, building a business and doing all that. I never pictured myself like calling it that. I always just figured, oh, it's just the automotive field. And then when I got into like the internet marketing and everything, one of my mentors, he sat down and he's like, Andrew, you've been an entrepreneur for literally your whole life. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you buy and sell and flip cars to make profit. That's entrepreneurship in a sense. So I guess I was kind of born into it because my whole entire family's been in the automotive industry. Everybody's been a car salesman or a mechanic or something along them lines. So I guess if you really think about it, I've been born and raised an entrepreneur my whole life. And I feel like purebred entrepreneurs are just born to want to control where their income's coming from. They want to know how it's coming. They want to be in control of it. They want to be able to basically manipulate as much as they're able to do. And I've basically been doing that my whole life. I've never really had a boss. I've always tried to be my own boss and just try to make my own money. So I've basically been an entrepreneur for as long as I can remember.
That's awesome. And it's true what you said. Like, you know, for being an entrepreneur, you really want to be in control of all of that stuff. I get that. I completely understand that. And what is the first business that you've tried? Was cars always like the first thing, or was there anything else that you've tried? You know, as like your first entrepreneurial thing that you did?
The first entrepreneurial thing I did, and honestly, I kind of regret doing it. I invested a bunch of money in cryptocurrency, and at the time, it's still new, but at the time, it was really new. This was like 3 years ago, and there was no safety net. There was nothing. So I actually invested a bunch of money and then got scammed out of a bunch of money. So I didn't really make anything, but that was like my first real attempt of trying to start an online business, or like trying to get it going, was cryptocurrency. But it fell flat on its face and I lost that whole investment. But it's kind of getting better now, but that's just cryptocurrency for you.
And that's a tricky thing if you start something that you don't know. And that's why, because I've had this a few times where people say to me, I don't want to do what you do because it's a scam. And it's because of little things like that, you know, people get this whole bad vision about it all, and then they don't even want to try.
Exactly.
I completely understand that completely. And currently, what are you working on? We don't go into too much detail. I want to give you 2 minutes of time towards the end. But you know, what is the thing that you're doing at the moment, and why did you get your idea of your concept for?
Well, like the main thing that I've been putting all of my focus into is kind of like my educational course to kind of teach entrepreneurs how to design a business where it can run for them, where they can work from home, they can work on vacation, they could do anything and everything and have the availability of like abundance. And I kind of got my inspiration from that because of my own entrepreneurship journey. Is I spent 2+ years buying all of these educational programs and buying all of these courses and getting all these gurus and mentors and books and like all this knowledge. And I put it all together and I realized that like 90% of it I didn't need. It was obsolete. It didn't work anymore, or it was just like fill information. So I wanted a way to fast track it to where everything's like, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And I've never seen that anywhere. So that's kind of basically why I put it together and why I got the inspiration for it, is because I just hadn't seen anybody put it together without all of the BS, so to say, where they're just throwing in just random facts and random statistics and just a whole bunch of stuff you don't need to inflate it. And I kind of built my course to remove the inflation from the whole entrepreneurship learning curve, so to say.
That's brilliant. And I have to say that I started going through Andrew's course so far, and it is brilliant. So, and we will drop links towards the end as well, so you guys can get access. So what's your mission on the outset? You know, what do you wish to achieve with your course? What would you like to see happen?
My end goal, okay, now I kind of have leveraged my life around other people's happiness, because I found out that if I'm always chasing my own dreams, if I'm always chasing after what I want, I'm always going to be chasing something else. I'm never going to find true happiness. But see, if I focus on what other people want and other people's needs and other people's dreams and ambitions, and I focus on just helping them, I get happiness out of that. I find joy. I find true passion out of that. So my main focus for my course is to get at least 1,000 entrepreneurs from start to a fully functioning business where they can use it as their whole income and they can grow and they can build. But that's kind of like my main goal, is just getting 1,000 people to that point and then doing it again and again and again.
That's awesome. And you're a great mentor and you're a great coach. So I can definitely see you being successful in that. So that's really, really cool. I love that. Now, a very random question. How do you advertise your course? And, you know, and not just your course, but any business that you do. How do you advertise? How do you get people to come to you?
Okay, well, here's how I get people to come to me. So I have every single social media platform literally available to me, and I post as much content as I possibly can. Like every single day, every single social media has a content being posted from me, from Facebook to Snapchat to LinkedIn to TikTok. Like even right now, we're in this interview, and I'm Down goes my phone. We're actually in this interview, and I'm actually live on my other phone on TikTok right now. So I'm kind of literally doing a broadcast stream with other people in this interview while I'm doing this amazing stuff. So I'm like broadcasted all over social media, and that's kind of like my organic seed. That's my foundation. And then outside of that, I do paid advertising. So I have my own in-house social media manager, and he kind of handles all my marketing and handles all of my ads. And there's a bunch of different social media platforms we run ads on. And it really all depends on what my audience is, on where the ads are going to be. But literally, I have so many different projects. I'm everywhere on almost all social platforms. But the key is to be consistent. If you show up every single day like it's a day job, you're going to see within a month an instantaneous return just from doing that, just from posting on social media. Because what people don't understand is business is just getting clients from one place to another. And every social media out there is full of clients. It's full of people, and that's all you need for your business. And people don't understand how easy it is to go out and reach out to 100, 200, 300 people just by posting a status. And it's like, it's amazing. And that's basically how I get majority of my traffic, is just posting statuses and drawing people in and then doing paid advertising.
That is, so I have to tell the audience, Andrew, I hope you don't mind, but Andrew, when he first launched his course, before he did that, he actually tried to not get, he actually started stopping his group to avoid to get himself out there, and he still had traffic coming in. Do you want to tell people a little bit about I was listening to your guy laugh about that, and I was like, wow, that is just amazing. And it's that whole thing about publishing, because I always tell my little group, publish. And a lot of people are scared to publish, and they don't understand the power of publishing, it's so strong. Do you want to please tell the people a little bit about, when you started your course and you wanted to, not actually, start with zero and it just didn't happen?
Well, basically, when I started my course, I did affiliate marketing. When I first joined the entrepreneurship game, when I first had my first 6 figures, I did it all through affiliate marketing. And that's basically reaching out to clients, selling them into somebody else's product or service, and then I get paid a commission. Well, that's kind of like a really hands-off way to do business, to where I wasn't really handling the clients and doing all the back-end office. And when I was trying to launch my course, I knew I had the information to put it all together. I knew how to do all this, but I was like, well, are people even going to buy? Is anybody even going to want to listen to me? Like, am I going to be successful doing this? So I ended up going through all these podcasts and just absorbing all this information on all these other people that have launched these courses. And I came to the realization that every single person they made a test group, and then they launched it to the test group, and then they determined if it was something that people actually want before they even made it. And I was like, wait, you're telling me I can pretend to build something, just tell people what it's going to be about, and then see if they want it. And then if they want it, I could actually build it. And that's what I did. And I had a ton of support where everybody was just like, dude, that's awesome. Like, you need to build that. Like, yes, dude, do it. And then it like pumps me up and got me doing it. And I built it with people wanting me to build it. So it wasn't like I was doing something where I was scared. I was able to get over that fear because people told me they want it before I even put time, money, or energy into building it. And that changed everything for me. So
that's really awesome. And it's that whole thing of like, you target your markets, right? You listen to what the market is telling you.
Right, literally, because the market is what judges your business. It's what determines how good or how bad your business is. And if the market's the person that's telling you it's good, then 100% you can take it to market. You can pay for ads. You could invest money into it, and people are going to actually want it. And it's awesome because you're able to find that out for basically free just by building a social media group, like a Facebook group, and adding 10, 15 people in it and asking them, hey, would you be interested in this? Not even trying to sell them into it, just telling them ideas on what it's going to be about. It's literally life-changing.
That's awesome. The internet is actually incredible. I don't know how people did it before the internet. I don't know. I take my hat off to entrepreneurs before the internet. What is the biggest struggle that you face? Like not necessarily on a daily basis, but on a weekly basis. What is the struggle, the biggest thing that you face in your business?
The biggest struggle I face on a weekly basis is definitely communicating with people back and forth. when you start to get momentum, like real momentum behind your business, you start to get overwhelmed, and there's just too many people messaging you at one given point in time in a day, and it's really hard to get back to everybody. And there's this really it's really in-depth statistic, but it basically says if you reply to somebody the next day, you are 96% less likely to be able to close that sale if it is a sale. So you're talking to 150, 200 people every single day, and doing that day in and day out, day in and day out, it kind of wears down on your mental, because you also have all of your other life stuff going on. So that's kind of like one of the main things I kind of struggle with, is just determining how much time to really spend talking to people, because there is also another statistic where there's only 50% of the people I'm talking to are actually providing value to my business. The other half are just wasting my time. So like, it's really hard to depict who's who, because I want to give everybody the same respect and the same value, but it's kind of hard because it's like, who's really going to be of value to me, myself?
Yes.
So
I understand it. And honestly, I'm not as busy as you are to get that many people messaging me, but I do get quite a lot, and I can understand how it's overwhelming. So how do you, is there any automation or things that you can do to help with this? What is the solution to something like this?
There is 100%. You could turn on like Facebook automation bots, and like automation bots for all your other social platforms, to where people are going back and forth with a bot. But what I've noticed is, I launched bots like a year ago, and I ran them for like 6 months while I was out traveling the country. And what I realized is that the organic traffic, which is majority of the traffic that I talk to, all my paid ads, that's automated. I pay for traffic. The clients go from the ad to my funnel, and then my funnel takes them through the selling process, and then I get a profit, right? And I don't have to mess with the function. I don't have to speak with them. I don't have to do anything. That's all automated. But when it comes to my organic traffic, where I'm posting on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and people are messaging me off of them posts, there's only turning on bots to automate that, but there's only certain messages you can set up. So every single person, no matter who they are, is getting the same exact answers. And it's just not necessarily like that one-on-one feel that you want to have in your business. So that's kind of why I personally still stress myself out on doing it, because I want that contact. I want that physical me to you contact. I don't want the automation in between it.
Hmm. And that's a tricky part.
Absolutely.
I completely understand that. So apart from money being a driving factor for any entrepreneur, really, what is your driving, put money aside, what is the thing that drives you every day to just stay on your journey and be successful as you are?
Honest to God, and a lot of people think I'm joking when I say this, because I am so young, is retirement. I have watched multiple relatives up in their 80s and 85 years old, just stopping a career job that they started working back in their 20s to retire. And I'm looking at all of these, over 5 of them, and I'm like, they're all working different careers. They're all doing career jobs, and they're retiring at 85, 90 years old, or 79 years old. And like, you can't do anything now. You've worked your whole life. It's gone. So I want to have early retirement. I want to be done in my mid 40s and just call it a day, and be able to pay for my retirement. Because another thing that is a really big driving factor is my grandpa, when he actually took his retirement, they told him he still had to work 2 days a week. And I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. I understand though. And my grandpa did that for a whole year. And then he had his 80th birthday. And he's like, hey guys,
Wow.
Look, I really want to, he was like, I really want to stop working these 2 days. Like, I want to just sit at home and enjoy my life. And they were like, okay, that's fine. Well, you're no longer allowed to get benefits, pension, nothing that they promised him. And it left me speechless, because he literally broke down in tears. And seeing him and that happened to him, I'm like, I have to control my own money. I have to control my own company. I have to control everything. And this entrepreneurship journey is the whole reason why I do this, is just retirement, being able to have that when I'm older, being able to say, oh, hey, I have this cool thing to relax on, and it's mine. No one can take that.
Yes.
So
that is incredible. Wow. That's a very awesome answer. I really appreciate that answer. That's really, really cool. So what is your thing that you contribute to your success? So what is the thing that you feel that is making you, as successful as you are?
Honest to God, posting content every single day. I always thought it was a joke. I've been doing this for 3 years. A little bit of background on me. The first year I did this, I literally did nothing but pay for ads, and I never posted. I never posted any content at all, and you can go back and you could look at my wall to verify this, but never any content. For a year straight, all I did was pay money for ads, and I built a really good business out of that. But what happened is after I built my business and I was able to leave my day job, I left my day job, I realized that I have no real connection with anybody. I have no real value to where people are like, oh, hey, this guy over here is really awesome. I didn't have that because I wasn't posting. I wasn't being there, a part of the community. And for a year straight, I started posting every single day. I posted every single day. I posted. And for the first year, the only thing I focused on was Facebook. I posted every single day on Facebook like it was my day job. And what ended up happening off of that is I built a community of people. And what happened inside of that community is I had so many people that were like, your stuff's awesome. Your message is great. And then they told 5 other people. And then that 5 people told 5 other people. And then it just literally exploded. And it wasn't because of paid ads. It was because I posted every day and I was a part of the community. And that literally, that got me to 6 figures. Like, no lie, if it wasn't for me posting every single day and running paid ads, I would have never reached 6 figures.
I am so I'm so grateful that you're saying that, because there's so many people that is sitting on the fence because either it's out of their comfort zone to post every day or to do go live and do all of that. I've got my little group and I nag them to just publish and publish and publish. And that is the reason why we have to publish because that is exactly it. You said it perfectly. So
Absolutely.
you're working on your digital course, but can you tell us a little bit more, like the details where people can find this course? Obviously we'll drop links and stuff as well, but just let people know what they can expect from it, what is the outcomes of it, what they can learn from it, and if you don't mind to share that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically I have a design course, and now it's not like a design like you would think, oh, this is a really cool graphic design and this is a really cool logo. It's a designing course on how to design an online business that can run for you automated, where you can set it up and you can still make income while you're enjoying your kids, while you're enjoying cleaning your car, while you're doing anything and everything. And basically, if you want the course, you can go to nakersolutions.com. There's going to be a couple of links there to go check out a bunch of resources for the course itself. There's a bunch of videos, a bunch of stuff in there. But inside the course, what you can expect is it's not like your average program. Like I said, I wanted to go set out and build a program that nobody else had. And I've seen a lot of people filling their programs full of inflated knowledge that wasn't really needed. So what you're going to see inside of my course is very, very straight to the point. Okay, you need to work out for you. And I literally just lay it out like, do this, put this here, put this code here, put your link here, grab your link from here, get your pictures here, and I lay it all out. And then not only do I lay it out, but I also offer coaching. So inside of the course, you have access to get into my Facebook community, and it is for my paid only members. And literally, I jump on there at least once a week, and I do go lives, and I communicate with any problem you're having at all, like from marketing to funnel design to, whatever. And I literally just help you get through the whole process. And I also have a $0 to $1,000 within 30 days, kind of like pre-course inside of that course. So you have ways to get started and get momentum behind your business. And then I have ways where you can grow your business to where I'm at now, which is the full-time online, doing the whole, having the full availability and everything like that. So
That's awesome.
But yeah.
And the course is great, guys. Like I haven't finished Andrew's course yet, but I'm probably about halfway, and it's great stuff. So if you want to design your own online business, I would highly recommend to get your hands on this course. I really, really would. So one last question, or should I say it's more a little bit of a statement. What is the one piece of advice that you can give entrepreneurs out there that's either sitting on the fence, they're still thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, they're worried about being scammed or whatever, or they just not sure how they're going to balance life and time? What is that advice that you can give somebody that's just starting out and they're not exactly sure if it's for them?
Go all in. Go all in on one thing only. What I learned when I first started is I tried cryptocurrency. From cryptocurrency, I went to affiliate marketing. From affiliate marketing, I tried selling Enagic machines. From Enagic machines, I tried e-commerce. And literally for a year straight, I was jumping around everywhere. And then it clicked with me all at once. Why am I not getting success? And it's because I wasn't focusing on one thing and one thing alone. So if you're ever trying to start anything at all, try something. If you like it, if you enjoy it, just do that one thing and do that one thing until you see success out of it, because almost everything online can get you success. Literally everything. I actually did a go live earlier today about how YouTubers literally build content about doing things they enjoy as their hobbies. Like there's people that talk about fishing all day long, every day, and that's the only thing they ever talk about. And yet they're working full-time online, and it's only because they focus on fishing. Like yourself, you focus on newer entrepreneurs trying to find their journey, entrepreneurs that are just either had failures or just trying to come back and trying to get the success that me and you share. And like me, I focus on people that already have a business and they want to grow it further. We all have our own individual markets that we need to focus on. And if you focus on just that one thing, you're going to get successful, no doubt.
That is very true. And I can completely agree with Andrew there, because when I started out, I was doing literally 4 different things and I was failing at all of them, because you can't focus, you can't put all your attention there. I completely understand that. So thank you so much, Andrew. That's basically all our questions for today. I really super appreciate the time. Like I said, guys, please do go and check out Andrew's course. I have had access, well, I do have access to it, and it is really amazing. He's done some really, really great things in there. And if you can definitely learn a lot from Andrew, definitely. And he's a great coach. You know, he's definitely helped me a lot. He's actually the one person, he is the reason why I started the OFA challenge, and I've mentioned it in my previous podcast. Andrew's the reason for that. So thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. Because without Andrew introducing that to me, he's literally opened a whole new world of marketing to me, which is absolutely amazing. So thank you for that. I appreciate that a lot, like a lot.
I'm glad to help. I'm glad to get you on the right journey. All it needs is that little push to take that little jump, and just you just need to let that one person that's trying to influence you in your life influence you, because that could be that life-changing moment. Like just taking that jump, just trying that thing could change your whole life.
And exactly. And I can say in some ways you have changed my life. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. I love it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And have a great day. You probably have evening time now. We've got daytime. So time zones are crazy.
Yep. I'm going to get some work on, probably going to work the night away. So, but yeah, I appreciate you having me on here, and I hope you guys got some value out of it. And then if you guys want to check anything out for me, you could go to Facebook at Andrew Napier, and you could go add me as a friend, or go to napiersolutions.com, and you'll be able to see a bunch of stuff there, all about me and my business. And I appreciate you having me on here.
That's awesome. And we will definitely drop links as well. This will be on YouTube, and it will be on my podcast app as well. So I will definitely, we'll post links everywhere as well, so you guys know where to reach Andrew. Awesome. Thanks so much, Andrew. Have a great day.
Cool. Thanks. See ya.
Bye.